Hey, everybody. On today's show, it is all about games. Games people play, games that we love. Some of our favorite board games, some games kids don't even play anymore, and they should. And then we're going to finish it off with some ritual scary games that you can play with your friends for Halloween. So grab a drink, and it's going to be a fun show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Who Invited Her. We are San Diego's LGBTQ pop culture podcast. I am your host, Tony, and I'm here with my other host. Say hi, Bashi.
Hi, Bashi.
God, I hate when he does that. Say hi, Eric, and don't you say hi, Eric.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you. And Miss Miriam T is not here today, but she will be back next week. But instead, we have a friend of the podcast. She was actually on our very first season. She made an appearance on an episode. But she does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, actually, with a couple of things. And she is a host of another podcast that is coming out next week that I'm on. My dear friend, Lena Jones, is going to join us for the whole episode. Hi, Lena.
Hi, guys.
And she is part of the Film Springa podcast, which is all about our favorite movies and your sheltered friend who has never seen them.
And I play the sheltered friend.
Yes. And that is her
Yay.
dog in the background for you wondering. But the show Film Springa we've talked about on this show. So the podcast goes live in a week. So I thought I'd bring Lena on to hang out with us boys today.
Hi, boy.
Yes. So today we are all going to get into games. But before that, there was very, very sad news that all of us heard about yesterday. Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away at 87, which is really, really, really sad. And she was a brilliant woman. She's going to leave an amazing legacy behind. But like we say on this podcast, this coming up election is super important and everybody needs to get out and vote. It's really going to make a difference and affect all of our lives. So that's what everybody needs to do in November. Get out and vote. But
We gotta win. We gotta win big. Big.
Yes.
Huge.
Huge.
Senate,
Huge.
Congress,
Huge.
All of it.
presidency, federal judge placements. It's a lot writing on it.
But our thoughts and prayers go out to her family. The work she did was amazing, but it's really sad that we lost her this week. But on another note, some other good things happened this week. One really
What?
good thing in the last
They
week.
did?
Yeah. everybody got to see Chris Evans' dick.
Oh.
That was
That'll
nice.
cheer you up.
God, it
We
was so
started out
great.
so well this week.
I know.
Did y'all
And
see it?
yeah,
Oh,
you can see the
sure did.
pictures. Yeah, I was like, okay, Captain America.
I felt guilty, even though he did it. I
Yeah.
felt like because it was an accident, I respectfully should decline Google searching that.
But you didn't.
No, I did. I have
You
not
haven't
seen
seen it? I want you to
It's
look
a
it up
nice
right
dick.
now.
It's a
Okay,
gift from
twist
baby
my arm.
Jesus himself. It was.
It was nice. But
It's a gift
his
from heaven.
Does
But
he have a pretty penis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a nice girthy.
But you can't
Yeah.
really see it. It's like a shadowy silhouette. But you could tell there's girth, there's
It's
length,
not
there's
bad.
it's
It's not
shapely.
Yeah.
bad. But I
Yeah.
did like his reply on Twitter. Now that I have your attention, go out and vote is what he
I know.
replied back. I was like,
Yeah.
and then he did an interview, I want to say the next morning on one of the morning talk shows. And he said, yeah, it's super embarrassing, but what are you going to do? You roll with the punches. And he made
Do you
no
guys-
big deal about it, which I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so cool.
The PR spin on it was like the best I've ever seen. It was really good.
yeah.
I give him some props on it for like just kind of owning it.
I
For
feel
sure.
like that is like the stupidest thing to like ding people about
Oh.
these days. Like a dick pic, like get the
One-
whatever.
Even though, but look at how if the tables were turned. Remember when Jennifer, what's her name, the one from Hunger Games,
Lawrence Aniston.
Jennifer Lawrence.
hers were released, and people were hateful on social media, calling her a slut and all of that because her pictures got hacked and sent out.
Well,
Do
that's
you-
why I wanted to respect him, even though he didn't get hacked.
yeah, he did it
This was
himself.
not intentional.
Yeah.
Do you
Go
do you
ahead,
think
Eric.
it's different because it's a woman and a man, and like, do you think it's like a sex thing, like gender
110%.
thing? Yeah, I
Purity
think so too.
culture. Purity
Yeah.
culture, especially for a young female. Like she was in a young adult novel turned movie. So everyone was like, you've got to be something my 13-year-old can look up to. So
I know.
the fact that you took naked selfies, even if you didn't release them, was shameful enough, supposedly.
Yeah.
But what's his name? Daniel Radcliffe from Harry Potter did like a completely nude play, and nobody gave a fuck about that.
So that
'Cause it
play
was-
Equus is known for that. I
Yeah.
actually auditioned for that in college.
It's
and you
just-
have to
it's just
sign a
nudity.
waiver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was
There
a
is-
show
different
actually.
because you know fully.
Yeah.
It's like going to Playboy. You don't
Yeah,
going in.
but
for Equus, like you don't go to Playboy unless you know what you're getting into.
There was a
it's the
show
same thing.
here.
It's just nudity.
Yeah, there was a show here in San Diego at the Globe where they had full frontal male nudity, and I took my mom, not knowing,
God.
and
Oh,
we
no.
were in like the fourth row, and my mom's reaction was the best. She literally went, "This play got better." She whispered it, and my mom, she does it. She just leaned over and she's just like, "This play got better," and I was trying so hard not to laugh and think
Oh, I
the
would've
people
died.
around us were. I was laughing at the guy's dick, but it was because of my mom.
Do you
Yeah,
think
it
it
was
was
hilarious.
well done?
Huh? They
Do you
did
think
it. They
it was well done.
yeah, because Jonesy, you and I have seen. I think you have seen shows where there has been nudity and it's uncomfortable. They don't.
Yes.
They don't do it right, and it's like, ooh.
I saw one my freshman year theater appreciation class in Dallas area that had full frontal nudity, both male and female. And the director decided to double down by playing pornographic images on TVs in the background. And the whole
Oh.
thing, it was like, I honestly to this day cannot tell you what the play was about because I was just an onslaught of dicks and vaginas and saggy tits. It was too much.
Too much. Oh, Michael Perry's in the chat. Hi, Michael. He's watching us today. He tuned in on our Film Springa show. He tunes
He
in. on that one.
did.
Yeah. So, other thing that came out in pop culture this week, Madonna is writing her own and directing her own biopic. I think
I'm
this
so
is
fucking
going to
over her.
be. Oh,
A
can we say
disaster?
self-indulgent?
desperate,
Desperate, want to be relevant.
But
desperately seeking Susan.
don't you think if anyone else would be doing it, we would all be like, well, that makes sense. She's such an icon. But because she's doing it herself, it's
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
it comes off a little self-indulgent when it's you wanting to do it. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
no.
It's just
That's
I
so
don't know.
fucking weird.
Thank you,
would've been-
Bash.
It would have been better if someone else was doing it and then brought her in as a consultant,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Versus
completely
her-
narcissistic.
like
Narcissistic.
spearheading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way when I read that, but I was like, whatever, do your own thing. You know, if you want to do
Every-
it, you have the money, do it. Probably, I'm
E-
sure.
everything in the last 10 years has just been like, please love me, America. Please just love me. That's
I'm sick of it.
everything. Yeah.
Well, it's also social media, everything, because social media is so big. Everybody feels that their opinion is the right opinion, and that's that. And everybody
Yeah.
wants, like, look at, like, remember when everybody's like, I don't want to see the bagel you're eating this morning. It's because everybody wants validation. You know what I mean? And they
I'm
have
right
an
here in the
outlet
room.
to do it.
I'm
I know,
right
I
here.
know.
I'm right here. I had an onion bagel. Thank you.
I know. But that's just a little bit of the topics happening in the news. Another big thing, since we're talking about gaming, and we did talk about this on our after show called She's Still Here. She's Still Here on Instagram that we do. Xbox and PC games, they have a new video game that's coming out that's breaking history. It's the first time it's featuring a trans person as a main protagonist,
yeah.
and first for a major gaming studio to do this, to put them as one of the main characters that you play. And I guess the company that did it, and what the reviews and people are saying is that they're doing it in a very tasteful manner where they're not making it a niche or a gimmick in the game. It's just
That's
they're
awesome.
treating it like any other character that you can play as in the game. But it's the
That's
first
cool.
full trans character in a video game, which I'm like, we're in 2020 and it's the first time that one of the major characters. So, and the voice of the character is performed by a trans actor. August Black is performing the voice for the character in the video game.
This
And-
makes me think there must be someone on the production or creator
Yeah.
staff that is trans, because that's the only way you get true representation
Right.
is when you've got someone on the
Yeah.
writing staff who can speak from personal experience. And that just makes me happy, because not only does that mean that they got the job,
Yeah.
but they also were then given the space and the freedom to express their
Do
voice.
that, excuse me. So for the people who want to know, the game is called Tell Me Why, and it's a 3-part narrative game by Don't Note Entertainment. And I believe it's going to come out later this year, is what they're saying. But I thought that was really cool that
Huh.
the gaming community, and I hope this opens up for other trans characters, even more gay characters within the gaming world. As a somewhat gamer of myself, I wouldn't mind that. But since we're talking about games, do you guys play video games? Anybody? I know Bashi does. We talked about this on the after show. You were into Switch
did.
for a while.
I did, but I stopped 4 months ago
Why?
because everything got so busy.
Oh, see.
And I have this I don't know if I've talked about this before. I have this really terrible habit of never finishing video games.
Really?
I think it's
start at 5 at once because I have a short attention span, so I have I get bored
No.
really quick and I move on to another one. What was the last
I-
video game you played, Bashi?
Animal Crossing, which I
Animal
fucking
Crossing.
hated.
But
was
you
so
still
stupid.
played it?
No, somebody told me to get this game, and I should have known better because I hate Farmville and all that crap.
Yeah.
And then I got it, and I tried to play it, and then I realized that people who play this game need to dedicate
Hours.
18 hours of the day to get ahead, and I was like,
No.
Isn't it a
No.
modern day Tamagotchi?
it is.
Oh, that's
like-
right.
Oh my
It
God,
is.
Tamagotchi. That's the
Way
best description I've heard.
More
Lena.
intense.
It's so stupid,
That's so
though.
stupid.
Yeah, somebody was showing me here's my museum I built, and
It's
here's
crazy.
Who
all the
cares?
animals, and I got all these fish, and then I built my village, and here's where the different kinds of plants I grew, and I'm
It's
It's
stupid.
too much. Too much. I
The
can't.
thing that really set me off was that it felt very culty.
Oh, I don't like that.
When the whole premise of the game is that you get a free vacation to this island
Yeah.
that's run by these raccoons. And then once you get there, you realize you have no food, clothing, or habitation. And they
First
have
of
their
all,
own currency that you
first
have
of
to
all,
raise
raccoons are
money
mean.
with.
You
Yeah.
can't trust
Yeah.
raccoons.
Raccoons
Yeah,
are
I don't like it
evil.
already. I don't
But
like
you
it already.
basically you get swindled to go to this island that they control, and then they run the currency that you have to get, and then actually build a home and everything. And I'm
So
like,
just like Jonestown.
it is
Yeah.
exactly like Jonestown. And I'm like, I don't want kids consuming this because we're
Yeah.
already living in a cult state. It's creepy. I don't like it
So
at
it's,
all.
so it's a pyramid scheme.
it is. It is.
What is it?
Total pyramid scheme.
MLM.
Multi-level marketing. Oh my God. One time I had a college professor where it was just one of those bullshit classes where you just get credit and you meet with them for an hour session a week.
Yeah.
And they help you with a project that never actually happened. And he tried to sell me on a multi-level marketing scheme every session.
What? Are you serious?
And I was like, uh-huh. And I basically just sat there and listened to basically a timeshare pitch for an hour a week and got an easy A and never bought into it.
Yeah.
Well, thank God you never bought into it.
Yeah.
I know.
But it was a college professor using that. It was so
I
fucking
mean,
weird. I was
impressionable minds, right?
Right.
Why not?
So the
Is it
game that
academia, a multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah.
it
is.
totally is.
Oh gosh. So the game that I've been playing that I've been obsessed with is the new Avengers Marvel game that came out not too long
Is
ago.
Chris Evans' dick in it?
No, unfortunately. It would be. I mean, it's a great game. The visuals are great, and you play as Miss Marvel, which I love. And it's all like the Avengers that you see from the movie. But the story and the graphics and the gameplay is so good for it. It's one of the best Marvel themed games that I've played. But that's the one that I've been religious about lately.
A superhero game. I remember Spider-Man was like a big deal on PS2. Remember that?
Yeah, when was it the first or second Spider-Man that came out? That was
because they like built an exact model of New York City.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I tell you the last superhero game I played, this tells you the last time I played video games.
What?
Darkwing Duck on Super Nintendo.
Darkwing Duck? I remember that cartoon.
We are kindred spirits.
On Nintendo?
Back when you could only go left or right in a video game. Those were the
days.
Back in the days when you could only go left and right.
I'm the same way. I cannot play the first person player games because I'm just like this the whole time.
Yeah. It gets me dizzy.
Mario running from left to right on a 2D screen and jumping up to hit boxes with his head.
So since we're talking about games that we played as kids, what are some games, not just video games, but like games that kids, when we were kids, we used to play, and now they're just obsolete to children today that don't play them?
Red Rover, where you got to clothesline kids.
Yes, and that's actually
I don't see that
banned in school.
That's actually on this list of games that kids nowadays don't play. Is Red Rover.
Clotheslining your friends is fun.
Right.
Fun, very fun. You get to take a lot of aggression out.
How about you, Bashy? Which ones do you remember playing as a kid, and now you don't think kids play at all anymore?
Oh, so many. Physically, dodgeball.
That's on the list too. Dodgeball.
I was gonna say that
went away.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember I used to love dodgeball.
And then like just random shit.
Tetherball.
Do kids get? I loved tetherball.
I know that's on the list.
Tetherball doesn't exist anymore.
Kids don't play tetherball, I guess, at school.
You
and
don't
Foursquare.
even have like the little poles.
I don't know. I haven't been to a kid's school since
I
was a child.
I remember loving
that,
just like
that rope wrapping around your hand. It would just rip into you and tear. Oh, it was so painful.
But sometimes you had to sacrifice your wrist to not lose.
Right? What about you, Eric? Any games as a kid?
Can I go on a rant and just say that the game of life should be banned? Because like the fact that you should end up married and in debt with a car and a house and kids, and like who says that's the fucking answer to like the end of your life?
That game,
fucking Monopoly.
Yeah, that game stressed me out. The Life game and Monopoly always stressed me out when I played it when I was younger.
When I play Monopoly, I'm not much of a games person.
Yeah,
but I get so fucking intense when I play Monopoly.
Same here.
Like a whole other side of me comes out, and like when I date people, they're like, I can't play Monopoly with you anymore. They're like, I can't play this game with you.
You're too much.
Turn into like this monster who like plays to the death. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, this is just who I am when I play Monopoly. I don't know.
Can we all get high and play Monopoly later?
No, he's gonna try to kill us. Okay, hold on. Here's the list of other games kids do not play before we move on to another topic. Hopscotch. Okay. Kids don't play hopscotch anymore.
Why?
What the fuck is
I know.
With that?
Huh?
What is hopscotch exactly?
Fun.
You don't remember hopscotch?
Yeah.
And then you like do two legs and then
yes.
And then
one leg.
Oh yeah. I know that.
Duck, duck, goose, or gray duck in some countries it's called. Nobody plays that.
Basic.
Yeah. Ring around the rosies. Paper football. Nobody does. Kick the can. That may be a little too old for all of you guys. Kickball jacks. Nobody plays. Lawn darts. Or do you remember lawn darts?
Lawn darts. That one makes sense. It was basically kids with spears.
Yeah. And they would sell them at like Toys R Us. We had them, and they were literally large.
Did you not know this?
No,
I have not heard this.
They're darts, but they're like this big, and he literally had a target.
Javelin.
Yeah,
it's a mini javelin, and they used to let children play with them and throw them at each other.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds fun, but like, wait, what? At each other?
Well, because it was kind of like soccer where you're playing on opposite ends and you're trying to get closer.
Yeah.
Okay, all I have in my head is soccer players with spears right now. And I don't think this game is safe.
It wasn't. Another one kids don't play anymore, marbles. I remember playing marbles when I was
That
a
was
kid.
boring.
That sounds awful.
I know.
Yeah.
Twister, nobody plays Twister anymore.
I love
No.
Twister.
No, that was so there's a lot on this list of does everybody remember the original? We all played it in high school, Oregon Trail.
Yes!
Do you
I
remember
have
Oregon
to be
Trail?
playing Oregon Trail. I mean, like an updated 2020 version with coronavirus would be really fun.
Right? What would it
Okay.
be called now though instead of Oregon Trail?
You died
2020.
from
2020.
dysentery.
Dysentery.
I have
You
a
were
related.
caught in
Go-
a massive fire. So
Wow,
I-
you were protesting. Yeah, 2020.
I have a related childhood story. I had Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego on my
Yes.
computer,
Same.
and then I lost her on my computer. I couldn't find her on my computer anymore. I couldn't find the game anymore. Like
So you
how
really
ironic.
So
How
you
ironic
truly-
is that she truly got lost on my
Where
computer.
in the world?
Where
Yeah.
in the world did Carmen Sandiego go? I couldn't find her anymore.
She got
That-
stuck
I
on
never-
one of your
I-
porn sites that you were looking
I
up
never
as a
found
kid or
her.
something.
Porn wasn't even around yet. Like it was
What year
pre-porn on
was this?
computers. There was no internet
The
yet.
90s.
Like
oh.
yeah, there was no internet. And
You
so,
just aged yourself, Eric. Everybody
I
thought you were
know.
this young spring
Where in the
chicken.
world
I
is
know.
Carmen Sandiego is how I learned what spelunking is. And that's a useless tidbit.
Splunking?
I
I
thought
don't
it
know
was
what
going to
that
be a lot
is.
more important.
Yeah.
What
I
is it?
forgot we lived before the
Cave
internet.
diving.
Cave diving.
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Should we play a game since we're talking games? Let's play a game really quick.
Yes.
So I
Okay.
have a game for you guys. This one, you know how we would play like name that TV theme song. This one is TV game theme songs, and I'm gonna see if you guys can guess these. And these are really popular ones. Producer Rob, can you turn this up a little bit so they can hear?
How do we buzz in?
Or higher, Robbie. Thank you.
We're gonna have to do
Just
hand raises.
hand raise so then I can see or shout it out. But let it play out a little bit so people at home can play along. So we're gonna get into this and play the first one. Hopefully this works. We will see. But the first one, I think everybody knows. Ready? See everybody's hands going up. We'll let it play for everybody at home. Shout it out.
Do we have?
I mean, come on, man.
This is easy.
It's a
If you don't know it.
You're still going.
Yeah, I'm letting people,
Why?
I'm letting people at home play, fools. Okay.
Anyone who doesn't know this is not American.
Okay, everybody shout it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Jeopardy!
Jeopardy.
Like how Jonesy was the first one and you two are like, Jeopardy. Okay, next one. Ready? Let's see. Oh, wait, this one's playing out a little more. Hold on.
I mean, we
Still
could just
going.
listen to this.
Anybody?
Oh!
Oh, whose hand went up first? I think Eric
Jonesy.
did. Or Jonesy.
Jonesy was first.
Okay, Jonesy.
Family
what is
Feud.
Yeah, Family Feud.
Oh, I actually
love
have that
that show.
wrong.
I had the
What were you gonna
DVD.
say?
I was
Okay.
going to say The Price is Right, and I was.
I
No.
knew you were gonna say.
Okay, ready? Here's the next one.
All right.
This one got me. I couldn't get it right away. No, none of you?
No.
Guesses? Anybody guesses?
Is
Not
that the
even
one
a
with the
fucking
boxes
look.
that the princess was on for a bit?
No.
I never watched that one, so.
That doesn't help me at all. What you just described.
I know.
No.
It was Wheel of Fortune.
What?
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
it's
it is.
not.
Yes, it is.
I don't believe you.
Too
At
bad.
all.
Well, too bad. You're not the one running the game. It's Wheel of Fortune,
Wheel
fool.
of Fortune from when? 1963.
Is that the old music?
No, it's
Yeah.
the original Wheel of Fortune.
Oh well, how the fuck are
Uh,
we gonna know that? We're not
Well,
your
it-
age.
Oh, bitch. Turn her off. Get her off of the show.
Damn.
She's been replaced. Okay, next one.
Got laughs from coast to coast to make you smile. A real
God.
Doesn't this make you feel happy?
It's a game show?
Yes,
Okay, fine.
it is a game show.
I can
It's a
sing the
game show?
words.
Yeah, I know what it is, but it's I can't.
Go ahead,
describe it as
Jonesy.
a
What
game
is it?
show.
Do you know?
No.
Any guesses? Any guesses? Any
got it.
guesses? Go ahead.
Is it the shopping cart one?
No, supermarket sweep. That's what Michael said, but he got it right in the chat. Michael did. America's Funniest Videos.
I was gonna say that. You didn't let me go.
show.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's not a game show.
Yeah, it is. They win a prize at the end. They narrow it down to the 3 videos, and then they
Not a
pick
game
one. And
show.
it's a game show. Sorry, it's a game show.
Scratch.
Not a
Next
game show.
one.
Now we
Okay,
have
here we go.
YouTube.
This one, I'll be surprised if anybody gets it.
Cause it's gonna be a test later. Teacher, teacher, now we're back in school. Are you smarter than you used to be?
Anybody? No? Guesses? Rob, do you have a
has
guess?
one.
Do you have a guess, Rob?
Hey everybody, I'm
Oh
here
yeah,
too.
Rob's here too.
No, I think I got
Rob.
this wrong because once you started playing, I'm like, oh wait, that's. I was gonna say smarter than a 5th grader. But
Yeah, it is.
That's it?
Yeah, smarter than a
Okay.
5th grader.
Oh.
I know.
Wow.
Okay,
I
here's the
didn't
next.
ever watch that one because the premise just made me sad.
Yeah, because
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
I don't
A
even
little
know how
depressing.
many adults aren't smarter than a 5th grader in our country.
A
I
lot.
already know too much.
Okay, here's the next one.
The word game starts a chain. Give your letter, take a guess. Connect the chain, win some cash.
Sounds like a Housewives
Guys,
song.
girls, girls,
All right.
guys,
This one I didn't get. That one
clue.
I didn't even know when I was doing research for this. Does anybody have a guess?
No.
Oh,
Chain reaction.
What the
never
fuck is
even
that?
heard
that?
It was a game. Apparently, it was super popular. Rob.
Now, when I was a kid, I used to watch it in the 80s, but you played the
reboot
the
one,
reboot. Yeah, but you start with the word, and that word's related to the next word. That word's related to the next word, and then you have to finish the chain at the last word.
That's too much. Too
Yeah.
much. Okay, ready? Next one. Come on. Come on.
No. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, Michael got chain reaction.
I got it.
Okay, who wants to take a stab at it? Bashy.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yes, he wants to be a millionaire. Look, she got
I
one
recognized it
With
at the
Regis Spillman.
right.
Poor Miriam's not here to say that.
Okay, ready? Next one. I don't know if you guys are gonna get this.
I suck at this game.
Yeah, me too.
Anybody guesses?
Mm-mm.
No? No? Deal or
Nope.
no deal with Howie Mandel?
I don't watch a lot of game shows
one with the
apparently.
princess that I was trying to say earlier.
Wait,
Wait,
is
there
that
was
the
a
one you were
princess?
talking about with the princess?
Meghan Markle was one
Oh.
of the girls on.
Yeah, what happened with her? mom?
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
I didn't either.
Like way back in the day before even Suits.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Do you know that Howie Mandel is like a crazy like germaphobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't shake hands or anything.
So he's the safest right now because he already mistrusted everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Next one. This is the last one, you guys. Okay, guesses. Anybody? Jonesy.
Ash,
do you-
you go first.
yeah, Bash.
The
go
match
ahead.
game?
No, you're close. Same era.
The pyramid.
Yes, won $100,000
Oh.
pyramid. That's
I
what it
actually
is.
thought that for a second, and I was like,
that
I
was
have
the
no
last
idea.
one.
The 60s were the golden. This is the problem.
What?
Everybody used to watch game shows and now they're watching the Kardashians.
I know. I know, it's so true. What game shows now that are out can you guys name? Legit out that people watch.
The Circle.
The Circle. That's not a game show. That's not a game show
It's like
at
a
all.
reality
No, it's
game
not
show.
a game show.
Isn't
It's
there
not
that
a game
Ellen
show.
one?
No.
Ellen has one. That Ellen
Oh,
show
the
thingy.
game night or whatever.
Yeah, Ellen
forget what it was
tortures
called.
people show thing. jig.
Price is
Okay.
Right.
One to tell
Jonesy,
the
your mic is
truth.
really low. Turn
Um,
your mic up, or come closer.
I like the one to tell the truth.
I can't hear her. God dang it. Tell the truth. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Okay, so those are game show theme songs. How about you and Eric? I know you and Bashy have a game for us, for Jonesy and I to play, right?
Oh.
Do you?
This
Do you?
is-
Let's get into that before we run out of time.
Did we come up with
We
a name for
do.
this, Eric?
Did you?
What is it?
Didn't.
Do you want some
We didn't.
gaming background
We didn't.
music? Lower that, Rob.
we're yeah. Let's have some background music.
Yeah, we could use some production value for this shit show.
That
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's play your
All right.
this little game. I'm curious about this.
Okay.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the shit show.
This is what happens when I let them say, hey, come in with a segment. This is what we're going to get.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
I feel like we need Rob to play this too, though.
Rob,
yeah,
do you
so
want to play?
what we're gonna do is Ash and I are gonna ask you guys questions.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna try to guess the answers. Some of them are multiple choice. We'll tell you what they are, and then Bash is gonna keep track of who answers correctly, and then we'll add up and see who's the winner. Okay?
All right, let's see what happens.
Hopefully.
Yeah. and
Yeah, let's
we'll-
see. Go
All right,
ahead.
let's hear go. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, there
Yes,
you are.
we
You're back,
can.
you're back, you're
Very
back.
All
loud
right.
now.
All right, let's do it.
All
Okay, go
right.
ahead.
Kim, first question. San Diego's unofficial sports mascot was fired from the radio station he worked at for tackling the Chicago Bulls cheerleader in 1991. What was the mascot?
Was it the Padres monk? The chicken. San Diego
Can we
chicken.
turn the music off?
Yes. There we go.
Thanks.
The chicken, the
quiet.
San Diego chicken. Right?
Tony gets a point. Yes, he does.
Well, Rob got it first, so Rob gets that.
Oh, Rob gets a point
Yeah.
then.
Did you know that,
Okay.
Jonesy, at all?
I did not know that at
Whoa,
all.
now she's really loud. Wow, oh God. Hot mic, hot mic.
It's very loud.
Sorry.
Okay, next question.
Welcome to the shit show.
God, this is episode fucking A.
I'm here to deliver.
All right, question
Push your
number
mic
2.
back a little farther, Jones.
Yeah.
Is this better? Testes, testes, 1, 2, 3.
What happened to our sound check?
I
We did
know.
before
We
the
have
show
no
That was
idea.
so
started.
great.
I bought a
Alrighty.
PC and it's the worst mistake of my life.
Oh God.
Now, Jonesy, you're just gonna have to whisper.
Yeah, thank you.
AMSR.
That's actually great.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, go ahead, Eric. Next question.
Question number 2. Name one of Bashy's unmanaged grooming faux pas that drive him crazy.
Ear hair, ear hair, ear
Ear
hair.
Hair.
Okay, that's a
Yes.
point. One of them. There's
Is there a
actually
second
one
one?
more. There's a second one.
Toenails.
No.
No.
Fingernails.
No.
It's so loud.
I'm sorry.
Wait, just quiet voice, Jonesy.
You guys couldn't hear me before, and I
Now
have
we
a fever
can.
voice.
I think Manny in New York can hear you from here. Jesus
Honey,
Christ.
I miss you.
Lena, go in your settings and check that box again.
I did.
Okay, another one. Ear, hair, and
Uh-huh.
nose hair.
Yep.
Okay,
that's
Tony's
it.
got both
Yeah.
points.
Number 2, you get both.
Okay,
All
there
right.
you
I
go.
suck at this game.
Well, I've
doing
known
fine.
Bashy for a long time. I know what irritates him because
It's a
there's
shit
certain
show,
people
it's
we
fine.
know who have these problems. Anyways, go next, Rob. Next question.
All right. This was Megan's go-to lower quality mimosa champagne before recording live episodes of the podcast.
Barefoot.
Barefoot. Yeah. Right.
Was it
What did you
barefoot?
say?
What did she say, Jonesy?
She just screamed boot.
Brute. I'm like, boot? She drank a boot? I don't remember a boot.
Who
I
said
mean,
barefoot?
it is Megan. She might drink out of the
She
booth.
might.
I don't know.
What do you mean might? We
Drink a
know
boot.
she probably has.
Who said barefoot?
Robbie did.
Yeah.
Rob?
Yeah.
Robbie's got a point.
Rob.
So
Yeah,
it's tied already.
We used to have barefoot bottles in our recycle
God.
bin every weekend.
Do you remember when we used to do the show live and we did it at our in the studio? There were shows, especially when we had multiple guests on, like empty bottles of champagne, 3 or 4
Yeah.
empty bottles by the end of the show.
Your alley people probably loved
That
your
we were
apartment.
alcoholics.
Yeah.
And the bottles of
All right.
vodka that Bash would drink.
A sky a
Oh,
week.
Yep, a sky a week. Okay, next question. Next question.
All right. What episode was I ever first mentioned in?
Oh shit.
It's a good
Oh
question.
god.
Fuck.
I would
Wait,
want.
check
I want
the
to
chat.
say.
Maybe
I want.
somebody in the chat will know.
I want to say it was March of last year.
How the fuck, Robbie? How the
You're-
fuck?
March
mean,
of last year? In
I
2018?
mean, it's kind of right. Yeah, I mean, it is right.
What was it,
Yeah.
Eric?
It's episode number 70, Opulence with Michelada. And I was the drink boy with wearing a different Speedo every episode.
Oh, that's right.
This is true.
Michelada was what's it called? Our guest co-host for that one. Oh
yeah,
my god, that
filling
was so
in
long
for
ago.
Miriam.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miriam was in Australia that time.
Oh yeah.
That was a year ago. Yeah.
Oh, remember when Americans could travel?
Yeah.
When people would let us in.
Yeah. Okay, next question.
All right. What are 2 things I will never tolerate if I'm forced to go out in Gaslamp or PB? 1 point for each item.
You'll-
Sober, drunk, straight people.
I mean, okay, they're very literal answers, but yes, you're correct. I'll give you a
people
half a
in
point for that one,
general.
Jonesy. No.
What won't you tolerate if you go? You never go out in Gaslamp, hardly.
If
No,
I'm
that's not
forced-
true.
If I'm forced
Oh,
to
you're
go out
forced
at
to.
Gaslamp.
That's it.
He
okay.
goes with work sometimes.
Yes, that's the
I
only
do.
time I never remember you going.
Tony, you've
because
heard
I'm
me
gonna
say
say-
this before.
I'm gonna say
I
cover.
tune
like-
half of the shit you say out.
cover.
Cover. She hates
Rob
to pay a
got 1
cover.
point.
That's right.
1 point for Rob. Okay, do you guys
Yeah,
want to make
'cause-
an attempt at the second?
Paying for your own drinks. I don't know.
No. Rob's
Oh,
close.
I know
It's-
the next one.
What?
It's one thing Hillcrest does is they give you a lot of booze. So if
Oh,
weak
the
drinks.
Poor weak drinks.
Weak drink.
That's a really, you know what, Rob? I'm going to give you a half point. I didn't
Okay.
think about that.
Michael
So you
in
have
the
1.5
chat. Michael in
points.
the chat says bridesmaids party.
No.
no,
I
there's a
would
shit
give-
ton of those in
I know.
Hillcrest. Are
Yeah,
you
there
kidding me?
I would give him half a point too.
For
because that's also-
that. What is it? What
The
is it?
correct-
The next one.
The correct answers were waiting in line or paying cover.
Yeah.
I will
waiting
not
in line.
tolerate either of those
Yeah.
items. I won't go to an establishment if I'm forced to.
Okay, next question.
Right.
All right, next question is name one of Megan's signature taglines.
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, 1 point for Rob.
Yes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What was another one?
Let's
There's a
back
second
up.
one.
Let's back up.
Let's not rewind. No,
Rewind.
she's saying-
That's a good one too. I'm gonna
That's
give
a
that to
good
Rob.
one. Yeah.
What's
Rob's
one of
killing
the
it
other
already.
one?
I'm
I know.
embarrassed that I'm not as much of a super fan as I thought I was.
I know, Jonesy.
You have half a point. Tony has 3 points, and Rob has 6.5 points.
My-
Jesus fucking
That's
Christ.
because Rob's always the sober one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm usually
True.
sober and I've got the headphones on listening
Yeah.
to all
Yep.
the episodes.
What
Um,
other one does she say? I think
Uh,
I always remember her going, "Huh?" I
Think
don't
about
get
like
it. I don't-
Pride or like going to Moe's or like
Yeah. Or like when I first
Shit.
met her.
yeah.
I don't remember. My old brain.
All right. Here
Give
it
it to me.
is. I'm going to give you the answer. I'm like the mayor of Hillcrest.
Oh God!
Oh.
Yes.
Mayor
Mayor
Megan.
Hillcrest, yeah.
Block that one out.
No, she really is though.
Yeah,
She is.
she is. She is or was?
Is.
Oh,
No,
it
I'm
is.
kidding,
Still
I'm
is.
kidding, yeah.
Is.
Still
Okay,
is.
next one. Next one. Before we
All
run
right.
out of time.
What was Eric's drink composed of for 6 episodes straight in the early days of
God,
quarantine?
it was
1 point for
cider,
each. There are
apple-
4 answers.
Apple
Tony's got
cider,
1. Yep.
vodka. Was vodka in
2.
there? Yes.
Yep.
The other 2 were really gross stuff.
He
I
made
remember.
blended drinks with real actual fruit. I remember that.
Did he?
Maybe that was later.
That was later.
Maybe.
It was.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
were 2 other things that went into this
Yep,
drink.
there were. Yep.
Now I can't remember. Not chili.
I
Nope.
don't remember.
Red Bull?
Lime.
Red Bull?
Nope.
Lime?
Nope.
Soda water?
Nope.
No.
What
give
was
up.
it? Give it to us. Give it to us.
Stevia and ginger juice.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
right. Stevia and ginger juice.
Valiant effort, though. You guys
Oh,
were
God.
really
Yeah,
close.
you
That's
guys were
why-
really close.
That's why we had all
How-
those little yellow packets every.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, next question.
All right, this is from an older episode, but what was said to be Miriam's signature perfume fragrance?
Oh, I know this one's foreskin and mayonnaise.
Good job, Tony.
Ding, 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 ding.
And
that a
it's
two-parter?
not mayonnaise, it's mayonnaise. Just to make sure everybody gets that right.
Ew.
Yeah.
All right. In the recent Confessions episode, Rob lost this bar contest in Canada.
Oh
Dick
God.
size.
Tony
Yep.
got it.
I remember that one.
Oh God. Yeah, but
I
okay,
think
that
Lena
just
gets a
sounds
point.
bad.
Lena gets
Tony-
it. Yeah, Lena gets a point.
Tony, okay, Lena gets a point too. Tony is now in the lead with 8.
You
All
guys,
right.
you have to go
Okay.
back to listen to the episode because
Yeah, you
now
do
it
for
makes
the-
it
To
sound
be
like,
fair,
to be
Rob accidentally competed against a porn star.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it wasn't a fair fight.
True.
you'll probably lose.
All right, next question. Next question.
All right, in season 2, it ends with a knock knock on the door
Oh, this is
with anticipation of who coming on the show and still is not actually
actually come on the show because we went in lockdown.
Oh! Oh!
Inside voice.
Oh!
Inside voice. Inside.
I forgot her name!
Like everybody else does. Evelyn Rose.
Yes!
The sloth of San Diego,
Diego,
sexy
San-
sloth of San
the
Diego.
sexy
Yep,
sloth of
Sloth
San Diego.
All right, we got 3 more.
All right, let's burn through these.
Okay. The concept of Carol was introduced by this cast member. Extra point if you can name the episode or its number.
I know the episode. It was called Fucking Carol.
Was it
Right?
or Damn Carol?
Oof.
It had
Sorry,
to
Rob,
have
I
been
can't give
introduced
you
by
that point.
Tony.
It
Really?
was introduced by me and Leah, actually. Our guest co-host for that episode, me and Leah
Yes.
came up with it. I started it, she piggybacked, and it went on for like 10
Ever.
minutes. We just were describing Carol.
Yes.
Correct.
And it was
Tony got-
episode 3 or 4, somewhere around. It was early
Can I get
days.
It was the
point for a
beginning.
Guess.
It was early.
It was episode 4, and
4.
the title of the episode was called "Damn Carol." You were
See,
so
that
close.
was
right.
it.
Damn Carol.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, I was so
Um,
close.
All right, 12.
Okay. So at last year at Red Dress Party, I kept losing this multiple times throughout the
God.
night, and Lost and Found kept giving it back to Megan. Was it A, my credit card, B, my cell phone, or C, my dignity?
I was in
All of the above.
All of the above. All of the above. It was your cell phone. Remember that?
Your cell
Yeah, so I lost my
God.
cell phone like 4 times, and Lost and Found kept giving it back to Megan.
I remember
It was
random people were like, "Isn't this Eric's phone?" And they were coming up to Megs and giving your phone because you just kept leaving it everywhere.
And Megan was so mad at me. Like,
know.
I'm not the keeper of your goddamn cell phone anymore. Like, stop it.
Later on that night, she fell off a bar stool. Mose, remember that?
Oh, I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It
I wasn't
happens.
there, but
It
you told me.
happens. Okay, is this
I
the
also-
last one?
Second to last.
Okay, go ahead.
In 2011, how many LGBTQ plus establishment existed within a block of Park Boulevard?
Well,
14.
And how? I wish. And then how many are there today?
Oh God.
God, this is hard.
No.
What year was it? 20 what?
2011.
2011. We had back then. We had numbers still. Did we have the flame?
Yep.
Kinda,
Yeah,
yeah, we
the
did.
numbers, the flame.
Bourbon Street was there.
Yes.
What was the bar next to it?
7.
No, next to Bourbon Street.
Oh, Lay Lounge.
Lay Lounge.
No,
was
that
there?
was my guess.
That
7.
wasn't an
Seven, no.
LGBTQ establishment.
It
Lay
kinda
Lounge.
was.
Well, Bourbon. No, it wasn't technically an LGBT.
No, I just dated
Really?
a gay bartender there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had, of course, like all of them: Moe's and Betty's, Flicks, Riches.
Those aren't close to Park.
Those
Yeah,
are
Park
Those are
not
not
Boulevard.
Park.
Oh, Park Boulevard.
Yeah,
Cheer-
within a block of Park. Boulevard.
Cheers.
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 Yep, you guys got them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rob got 2 and Tony got 2.
Yay.
And
I
then
Yeah.
suck
how
at
many?
this
Okay.
game.
How many are left? Left we have Pecs. We have Cheers.
No, Pex isn't within a block.
It's not. Oh. Is that too
No,
bad?
it's not. What
Okay.
about that leather club that was near Cheers?
Wait. Hold on.
Huh?
The only thing left was
The
only
leather
thing left
club.
the only thing left is Cheers.
Yeah.
Rob got
in
that.
that
Everything's
area.
closed.
Yeah, everything's closed. Cheers.
Yeah, sad.
I know. Wow. Is that the last question? You're gonna leave us on a bum note?
No, Eric.
No,
said
there's
the
one
last
more
Okay,
question,
go ahead,
right?
Eric. Go ahead.
We
Eric.
have one more. So, name a word Tony mispronounces on the show incorrectly. You get a point for everyone
each
that he
one.
mispronounces.
I
This is
know
your
one.
this is your moment, Lena.
Anything that has a T in it.
Sure.
He said
All of them.
He called her Ruth Gator Ginsburg. earlier.
Gator, did I say
Yes.
Gator?
On
I mess up everything, so I say everything that comes out of my mouth every word.
on Film Springer, he called Wyatt Earp Wyatt Earth.
Earth, that's
Yes.
right.
Point for Lena.
For several times, not just once.
Yeah,
No, the whole show.
pretty much the whole show. That was funny.
Button. He mispronounces button. He pronounces both T's.
Her mic has to go.
Yeah.
Your
Button.
mic is so hot and high. It's so loud.
All right. I think that leaves final scores. Tony, you won the game with 13 points.
Yay! I should.
Rob
This is
came
my
in with
podcast.
10.5, and Lena
I
3.5 points. Congratulations to
3.5
everyone.
points. Yay! That was a
thought I
fun
was
one.
a super fan.
Yeah. Good job. You guys
Okay.
actually pulled something nice out of your asses. Yay.
Yeah.
I'm impressed for once. Going on 3 years. They finally did it. Okay, we're going to change gears for our last segment of the show. And this is going to be something because Halloween is coming up, you guys. I thought it would be fun to go through some scary ritual games people can play with their friends. And these games have been around for a long, long time that I've heard about. But the first one is called the Midnight Game. So this game, the Midnight Game. So this game, it's a ritual game. The Midnight Game is the most haunting, most terrifying game out there that a person can play with their friends. Many believe this game can be an old pagan ritual that was used to punish those who disobeyed the religion. So the rules of the game go as such. The things you're going to need, well, first, it has to take place at 12 p.m. a.m. at night. Is when it begins. The materials you're going to need is a candle, a piece of paper, writing implement, matches or a lighter, salt, and a wooden door, and at least one drop of your own blood. Oh, is it too loud? God damn it. I don't know how we do that, but anyway, so a candle, all of those things are what you're going to need. What you need to do first is put your name, your first name, middle name, last name on a piece of paper. Put at least one drop of your blood on the paper. Allow it to soak into the paper. Then turn off all the lights in the place you are doing this. Go to the wooden door and place the paper with your name on it in front of the door. Now, take one candle and light it. Place it on top of the paper. Next, knock on the door 22 times.
Nope.
The hour must be 12 p.m. upon the final knock. Then
Nope.
open the door, blow out the candle, and then close the door. You must allow. Oh, you have just, once you do that, you have just allowed the Midnight Man to enter your home.
I don't want to do that.
No.
Immediately relight the candle, and you have to keep that candle lit until 3:33 a.m. If
No.
the candle goes out, then the Midnight Man can attack you. And you
Why would I want
and
this?
you cannot relight the candle with a lighter. It has to be with a match. So as
What?
long as the candle is lit, you're safe. You can also put a ring of salt around you to protect you from the Midnight Man. So
These
this
sound like
game,
Midnight Man Chris
these-
Evans.
These
I know,
sound like
right?
the instructions for my home delivery prep like task kit. Like
this game I've heard about it from other podcasts and people have done deep dives. This game has been around for a long time, and I'm really curious if anybody actually has played it.
What's the point? What are you
Yeah.
supposed to get out of it?
Survive the
don't get
night.
it.
Survive the night.
Why
Don't
would I-
get.
Why
don't
would
get-
I play
invite
that
that
game?
in?
I don't want to play
Because
Russian
it's Halloween
roulette.
and it's fun, you guys. It's
I
fun.
won't even touch a Ouija board. Go fuck yourselves.
Okay, next one. The Three Kings Ritual. This one kind of creeped me out when I heard about it. This game is called the No Sleep, and it's extremely popular, but you only play it by yourself, which I thought was weird that it's on this list.
Oh, that's
Um,
like what
this-
happens to me every night.
Yeah, exactly. This particular game involves a person playing to go into another dimension. To play this game, the individual needs to play in a large room, preferably a basement, which once I read basement, I'm like, nope, I'm out. Without a
Can I-
single stream of light coming through the door or windows, a pack of candles and 2 large mirrors, 3 chairs, and an object from a childhood is needed for this ritual.
These games are just to summon Satan. Why would anyone play them?
I want to play this one. In the next dimension, has Hillary Clinton been president? For
I
3.5
know,
years?
I
'Cause
know,
I would
right?
like to go there.
Can we go there?
Or
So,
is Trump in jail? Because I'm on board with
Or
that
that
time
one.
Either one.
as well.
so then you need to set everything up, and once it's complete, leave the door open to the basement and head up to your bedroom. Don't forget to set your alarm for exactly 3:30 a.m. If the alarm goes off exactly at 3:30 a.m. and the things in your basement remain as they are, then you can proceed with the game. To proceed with the game, you need to be seated on the throne, which is one of the middle chair that sits between
toilet?
two. No, full pay attention. That sits between the mirrors. There's the throne. That's going to be the throne. So on one side, the mirror, there's a chair, and this is the queen. The other side is the fool. So exactly at 3:30 a.m. with a lit candle in hand, do not let the candle go. Protect it from the fan with your body. However, keep it lit. You sit in the middle chair, and it says that do not look into either of the mirrors nor the candle. At this point of the game, you will start to feel and hear presence from someone within the room. So people have reported that it is almost like having a conversation with your conscience or entering into another. Your brain enters into another dimension. So the whole thing is that there's a queen and a fool, 2 spirits that you summon, but to them you are either the queen or the fool. So you have to keep the candle lit like the other one, if till I guess dawn. It says it wasn't. It's really serious about that. But what the thing I found interesting with this is a lot of people broke this game down to being meditation. That is pretty much just a meditation practice, but it has gone on to so much lore. Like people have written stories about this game, the Three Kings, and how people supposedly have summoned a demon and they end up having a haunted house, like stuff like that, because they're opening another dimension to whatever other world that's out there.
Right. These aren't games. I don't know why these are just ways to open evil into your life. I don't know why you would quote unquote, play them.
Yeah.
It seems like you must be obsessed with the occult.
Yeah, which people may
Play
be.
these games that aren't games. They're
They
just
are
inviting
games.
Satan
That
into
one-
your life.
Well, what did I
That
say
one-
before these? These are scary games, ritual games that I don't know if people actually play these, but these are all like within the creepypasta world, all of the supernatural. You always hear about these games.
The only
That
people who
second
play
one had a
these are the
payoff.
people who think
Yeah.
Hereditary is a real life movie.
Well, there's people out there who probably do.
That one was scary.
It was.
I actually
That
watched
movie
that.
was
It's like one of the
fucked
only.
It
up.
was fucked
That
up.
was the only like modern scary movie that I actually liked.
I know, Rob. I know. So what are we at? We're at 5. I'm gonna do one more since we ran out of time. The elevator game. This one I've heard of, and it kind of creeped me out. So there's some of these games. A lot of them come from Japanese or Korean or Chinese folklore, and those ones seem to be the most creepy. But this one is a ritual came from Korea, and if this is performed correctly, then it will take you to another dimension, just like the other game, by an elevator. To play this game or to conduct the ritual, you will need to find a building that has at least 10 floors and
Nope.
and has a working elevator. Ensure that no one else will be riding this elevator with you, and then you can proceed with the ritual. Once inside, you will have to do a 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5 combo on the buttons of the elevator. In that sequence, buttons on the elevator. When it comes time for the elevator to go to the 5th floor, which is the final floor, a woman will enter the elevator with you. Warning, do not speak or look at her. Afterwards,
It's Kellyanne Conway.
That's what she's doing. That's what she's been up to. Afterwards, press the button for the 1st floor. The elevator would begin ascending to the 10th floor instead of going down to the 1st floor. Once at the 10th floor, you may explore the world that awaits you. Further instructions can be found online of what happens afterwards. But the woman may ask you when she's in the elevator, may ask you where you are going, but do not answer her. After walking around in this world, you may return to the real world by entering the elevator again and using the same combo as before. If you do pass out during the game, you will find yourself inside of your home. But be aware, everything may not be the same.
Ugh.
This
No,
one,
thank you.
I know. This one, I'm like, fuck that shit. I ain't going.
I don't want to
nowhere.
talk to my neighbors anyway. Fuck 'em.
Seriously.
I don't know. I thought there's a bunch more on this list. There's a lot of creepy games. I would love to actually hear from somebody who's actually played these games. Like I always listen to, as people know, I listen to a lot of spooky podcasts, supernatural podcasts, and a lot of these ritual games come up on topics on these podcasts, but they never have anybody who's actually played them talk about it.
I think because people don't actually play them.
I'm sure I guarantee there is at least one person
Okay,
out there
so
who
there's a
has
couple of-
played them.
A couple of mentally disturbed kids who refuse to take their antidepressants and they play them. But
So
other than
half of
that,
this,
are
half of the
they
cast
people
on this
who want to
podcast, you
hear
mean?
their opinion?
I'm not on.
I'm right here, Lena. I'm right here.
Like I said, half of the cast of this podcast.
My bad.
But those are some of the games that you can play. I think they're interesting. I would love to hear if anybody actually played some of the scary games.
If you want to invite the devil into your life, play these games.
yeah, maybe
Listen,
somebody does. Who knows? No judgment here.
When I lived in
Judgment
San
here.
Francisco,
Well, from you.
when I lived in
Yeah.
San Francisco, I lived in a 1960s I lived on the 27th floor. That elevator was original elevator. That
Yeah.
elevator was creepy as fuck, and weird shit happened. Like all of a sudden I would be alone and it would just drop. All of a sudden weird shit would happen all the time.
Yeah.
And I
Thank you.
hated that elevator. Weird, creepy, haunted shit happened on that elevator
Well,
all the time.
It's the same in our building. We have an elevator, and our building's really old. And sometimes,
Yeah.
like I remember when we were able to go out and have lives, we would get home, or I would get home from being out at like 2:30, 3 in the morning, and it was always a creepy feel when you rode that elevator up to our floor I remember getting out of the elevator and feeling like something was behind me, and I was like, I gotta get in my house. Like I don't know. I don't know. It sounds creepy.
I actually found out that they didn't. So originally that was an opera house,
Yeah.
and it was torn down. And the person who originally owned the opera house cursed it that whatever was going to be turned into,
Yeah.
that it was going to be cursed from then on from whatever afterwards. And like I looked up afterwards and like all the crazy things that have happened since then, since the 60s. I'm like, this place is definitely fucking haunted. Like,
For sure.
So here's my question. If you have a situation like that, why would you want to play any of the games Tony just listed to bring it out more?
absolutely not.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right? Well, I
already
just think-
experienced it.
Yeah,
like,
I just
without,
think there
without
are-
playing it.
There are people out there who find this fascinating, and it is a thing for them. Look at the people who do ghost hunting. There's a reason why they do it. They find this stuff fascinating, or else it wouldn't exist, or else there wouldn't be stories written about it. There wouldn't be people like us talking about it if people didn't invent it or try to experience it themselves. But I thought it was interesting since we're going into the Halloween season, kind of getting everybody ready for that. But that is our show, all about games today. We did it. We got through the shit show. Thank you, Jonesy, for joining us.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And
This
you
was
guys,
fun.
you can find Jonesy and I every Thursday, 8 p.m. live on this YouTube channel where we do Film Springa. And keep an eye out. We will announce on this podcast when Film Springa drops, which is going to be next week, is when the podcast goes live. So tune into Film Springa. It's a really fun show, especially if you are a movie junkie like me and not so much Jonesy. It's her Film Springa.
I disagree. If you aren't someone who knows about movies, this is also a good podcast for you because
Yeah.
then you get to learn about all the movies you never got to see.
Exactly. That's why I say if you're a movie junkie or
Yeah.
not, like Jonesy,
Yeah.
it's perfect for you. But you can find this
Yes.
podcast. We are Who Invited Her _ podcast on Instagram. We're Who Invited Her ST on Twitter and Facebook. You can email us at thegang@whoinvitedher.net. We love hearing it from everybody. And leave your comments and likes and all of that below on this video on YouTube. Also, leave us a review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It helps us out a lot. And that's it. How do people find you, Bashi?
I'm at Simonym_Bash, and yeah, that's it.
That's
There's
it.
no
How
other
about
one.
you, Eric? How do people find you?
Party Bear Eric on Instagram. I almost forgot because I've changed it 17,000
So many times. So
I
many
know.
times. You can follow me. It's Tony_Baloney_Macaroni. You can follow Film Springa at Film Springa on Instagram. And we will be back next week. But that is it for us. Thanks again, Jonesy, for hanging out with us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
This was fun.
I'm trying to play this.
I want to go on your show.
Our
You
show. It's a
should.
little different than this one.
I know.
Oh gosh, it's
We'll
not
find a
playing, but-
movie maybe where we can do a crossover.
Yeah, bring some of you guys
Oh,
on
yeah.
for that show. Why isn't this
Maybe
working?
when you hear my movies.
Yeah,
What are
That's
your
true.
movies going to be?
they're all
Sure.
the religious ones.
Movies.
Oh, Jesus. Literally.
Oh wow, the music.
Or
Well, there we go. There's the music. All right, we're out. We will see you guys next
Bye.
week. Bye.